And welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're taking a look at the Lisle Master Plus Disconnect Set. This was received for Christmas 2018. Another part of my series. I've been needing a disconnect set for automotive lines to disconnect, and I thought this would be the perfect set to get because it contained just about everything I think I could ever need, first of all, in one blow-molded carrying case without having everything expanded and the different parts to keep track of. I've got one case to keep track of everything. Now, to be fair, these are probably more parts than I'll ever need for any of the cars that I'll ever touch, but I usually work with the mantra, I'd rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it if you get that deep into a project. And so we got all sorts of disconnects here, and one of the pieces here that really drove me to this is actually having the disconnect, I don't know if you want to call them pliers here, but that you can use to be able to help remove fuel and AC lines. That those are, a lot of these parts are available separately, you know, and you can find like these other quick connects here and the other style of quick connects here that have the offset, the metal ones. You get all the different parts here, but I like having it all put together in one set to keep it organized, that I can tell relatively quickly if I'm missing something. Now at the bottom of each of these little slots is there is not a part number like I wish there were. You know, this says Jiffy Tight on the back with a part number, so there are part numbers on here, and this has a US patent on it, and many of these parts here I believe are made in the US, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If we look at the label at the top, there is a label in the lid that helps give you some idea of what types of lines these might be used for. If you look at the lid on top, this says made in the USA made of US and global components. So that's always a benefit. Lisle, as a company, seems to always have products that are made in the USA. And this was relatively reasonably priced. I want to say this is about 120, 130 bucks. I'll put a link to it below on Amazon if you're interested in checking it out. That helps support this channel. But I just really like the blow molded case. I'm not a huge fan of cases all the time, but for sets like this, just having everything to be kept track of, I think will help, because otherwise, you know, keeping track of these Jiffy Tight adapters and the different sizes and the parts there, it just would be a pain without it. And I think this will keep it organized, so I got everything nice and clear and accounted for. These are color coded, because I've seen these disconnect sets here where they're all white. I like the fact that these are color coded. You know, you can just pop these off like that. Now you get access to that. That says Made in USA at the top. And if you don't want that one, you can use the same color on the offset ones. You get your scissor ones. You get all the different parts here that you would need for trying to undo some of those little quick disconnects. You can slide this in and pop the line off. Again, have the right tool for the job makes it much easier rather than trying to use a couple picks on each side to get it off. Not really the right way to do it. This will be nice and straightforward and to the point. And it's all in one set. All the parts are here, and all the sizes that I need, and presumably all the sizes that I won't need are also here too. So just a quick look here at the Lisle Master Plus Disconnect Set, part number 39850. And I suspect this is probably rebranded by some of the tool truck brands. Just as I suspected, this set is indeed rebranded by many of the popular tool truck brands. First up here on their list is Matco Tools at $268.99. Looks to be the exact same case, same color. The only difference, if you look right here in the middle, there is no sticker here that shows some useful information about the various pieces of this kit. Moving on to Matco, $229.95. And we can see what appears to be the exact same piece of clip art. Moving on to Cornwell, they're using the exact same piece of clip art too, just a little bit smaller, $219.95. And then Snap-on at $277 has this branded as Blue Point. But to be fair, first of all, we expect Blue Point products to always be rebranded. And number two, this is a slight variant of this Lisle kit. I think it's very clearly made by Lisle, but it's got a couple extra of these scissor disconnect tools, but we also have the sticker here. Props to them for keeping that, but the case is clearly a Lisle design. and everything here adds up that this is actually from Lisle. And so one of the obvious things here I want to point out that if you do work in the automotive trades, there is some value to the extra money here. We're looking at between 100 and, I guess, 170, give or take, for the Snap-on kit, in that your dealer will hopefully, if you got a good one, be able to warranty out parts here if you wear it out and be able to honor the warranty, whereas myself, I actually have to reach out to Lisle to deal with any warranty issues I have with this case. So if you buy from a Matco, Cornwell, or Snap-on dealer, they should be able to help be as your intermediary for warranty issues. So if that is important to you, in some cases maybe it does make sense, but otherwise you could buy 2 of these for the price that you'd pay from some of these dealers and have the extra parts just in case, and still maybe even have a few extra dollars in your pocket at the end of the day. If you got any questions or if you have any good experience with this or bad experience, put it in the comments below, and have a great day. Bye.